guys, it's Devin, and today I'm going to be doing the OMG This Song book tag. So this tag was created by Katie over at Kate's Book Update. I will leave her video in the description below. It's really good, go check it out. But where I found this tag was over on a Dash of Ashes channel, so make sure you go check that out. The video will be in the description as well. This is a really unique and creative tag that I just wanted to do so badly. So for this tag, for each question you have to come up with a song and a book that goes for the question, and it's one of those like lip sync things, kind of like I did with my Hamilton book tag, and I've been wanting to do another lip sync one for a while because I love doing it, I love dancing around, I love the way it looks when it comes out, so I'm going to be doing this tag. So we are just going to get right in with the questions. So question number 1, My Jam, a song that you will never get sick of no matter how many times you've heard it, and the same for a book you'll never get tired of. So yes, the song I chose for my jam is Carry On My Wayward Son by Kansas. This could partially be because of Supernatural, actually not partially, like it's mostly because of Supernatural that I even discovered this song, but it's honestly my favorite song. And every time it comes on, whether I'm in the car or at work, I'm just going to jam out. And the book I chose is The Hunger Games by Suzanne Collins. It's honestly any of the trilogy, particularly Catching Fire or The Hunger Games. Mockingjay wasn't my favorite. But yeah, The Hunger Games, I honestly am not that big into rereading books, but I've read this series at least twice, possibly 3 times. I think Catching Fire was the first book I ever actually like almost cried at. Like I don't cry at books, which kind of sucks. I really wish I did because it just means I'm heartless if I don't. But yeah, when it gets to the end of this book, I thought something happened to a specific character because I'm an idiot and I just threw the book across the room because I thought a certain character died, but didn't actually. Question number 2 is Throwback. Pick a song that reminds you of the cringiest time in your life, and you can also pick a book that reminds you of this time in your life, or if you don't have one, you can pick a book that you wouldn't like as much now as you did the first time that you picked it up. So the song I chose for my throwback is Fake ID by Big and Rich. You might recognize this song from the Footloose movie, album, whatever. The fairly recent movie of Footloose is what it is from, and that's why it reminds me of the cringiest time, because for a few reasons. The first being I was first introduced to this song when I was in high school, which is cringy in itself, and my friend and I were very big fans of the movie Footloose, and this song takes place at a pivotal part of the movie, and there's a really kick-ass dance sequence to it, so we decided, hey, we're gonna go home and learn the choreography so we can dance to it together. I went home and learned it because I'm a champ, and I'm dedicated, and I'm a good friend. I got to school the next day, and she didn't learn the choreography, so I remember just standing in the bathroom at high school trying to learn the choreography to this and just dancing around the bathroom, which is cringy in itself, but also because when I went to camp we had a talent show and I taught one of my fellow campers how to do the choreography to this, and the only choreography that I knew was from the chorus, so the rest of the time we just did hillbilly dancing and we got everyone else to stand up and do hillbilly dancing with us. Every time I hear that song I just cringe. As for the throwback book, I don't really have a book that reminds me of a cringy time in my life. I don't really know why I don't associate books with certain periods of my life as much as I do songs, but I decided to go with a book that I would not like as much now as I did the first time I picked it up, and that is any book from the Babysitter's Little Sister series. I read almost all of these books when I was a kid. There is a lot of them, and I loved them so much, and it's a very juvenile book, so I don't think that I would like it as much as I do now. And honestly, thinking back on it, most of the characters in those books are kind of annoying, but to a child they're just like relatable, I guess. Question number 4 is Replay, a recent song that you have on repeat and also a recent favorite book. the song I chose for this is Flatliner by Cole Swindell featuring Dierks Bentley. And I have had this song on repeat for 2 weeks now. It's such a good song. I was driving to work one day. I went through all my preset stations and I didn't like any of the songs, so I resigned to listen to the country station, which I don't listen to that often, but once in a while it has some really good music, and Flatliner was in the middle of playing and I was like, you know what, that's a really good song. So I listened to it in full and just fell in love, and I've had it on repeat ever since. And the book I chose is Throne of Glass by Sarah J. Maas. If you've been on my channel recently in the past few months, you would know how obsessed I am with this series. I'm currently reading Air of Fire, and honestly, I think about these books all the time. I think about the characters, and I talk about it all the time to anyone who will listen. I am obsessed with this series, and the first book was just a wild ride from start to finish. Question number 4 is Gets Me, a song that really just gets you, and a book that is you in book form. This was actually really hard to pick a song that gets me. I don't know why. It was the biggest struggle. It took me like half an hour just to find a song. The song I chose is Get It Right by Oh Honey, and honestly I just relate to the song because I'm still trying to get my life right and just get anything right, because I feel like I'm at that age where nothing goes right in my life and it's normal, so I feel like I relate to that song. We just have a connection. The book I chose is Bras and Broomsticks by Sarah Lanowski. This is a book I read in 6th or 7th grade. I relate to the main character Rachel because she's just trying to like make it through high school without totally embarrassing herself, and she's just trying to navigate through her life. And even though I'm out of high school now, this is something that I related to hard in high school, so I'm gonna go with this one because I couldn't think of a better answer. I'm sorry. Question number 5 is what a weird song but you like it, and a unique book that sticks out for whatever reason. So the song I chose is Bitter Rivals by Sleigh Bells, and I thought this was a pretty cool song. I highly enjoy it. It's a great song. I like Sleigh Bells as a band, and I didn't realize that I did. I was actually in the car with my friends the other day, and that song came on my playlist on my phone, and it was playing, and they both just like looked at each other and looked at me and were like, what the hell is this? So they made me change it. I like it though. And the book I chose for this is Evermore by Alison Noel. I know that this isn't the most original concept for a book. I feel like they take a lot of ideas from other books, but that's fine. I treasure this book. I love this book, and the reason I chose it for this question is because it's unique that I like it. I think a lot of people aren't really big fans of this book. I've heard this book take a lot of crap on BookTube, and I just want to protect it. But yeah, this was one of my favorite books in high school, and I read it a lot, and I know it's not great literature. It's not Charles Dickens, it's not Jane Austen, but I like it. Twilight isn't great literature, and people like it, so just give this book a chance. It's great. I love it. Number 6 is Let's Go, your best pump-up song, and a book that inspired you. Need more coffee. I'm not even gonna lie, that is how I dance in the car when this song comes on. But the song is called I Don't Know Why by Imagine Dragons. Honestly, no matter what mood I'm in, put that song on in the car, I'm gonna be pumped. I'm gonna be ready to go. I'm gonna be ready to do whatever I am headed to do. I feel pumped up now after listening to that song. And the book I chose for this that inspires me is Scrappy Little Nobody by Anna Kendrick. Book just, I don't know, there's something about the honesty in this book that inspired me, and Also just the fact that I was wanting to be an actress, and reading something from a successful actress's point of view was kind of inspiring. And even the moments where she's down in the dumps and she's not well off and she's not getting a lot of roles, those inspired me. Just Anna Kendrick in general is an inspiring human being. Question number 7 is chill. Your favorite chill or relax song, and a book that you would curl up with on a rainy day. So the song I chose is Inside Out by the Chainsmokers featuring Charlie. This song is just so chill and just makes me want to relax and lie down. And yeah, that song is just so great, and it feels like a hug. I don't know why, but that song feels like a hug. The book I want to curl up with on a rainy day is Isla and the Happily Ever After by Stephanie Perkins. Honestly, any of the Stephanie Perkins books, but Isla is my favorite in the companion trilogy. I have a full video review on it. I will link it down below if you want to go watch it, because I get pretty passionate about it, because this was the best contemporary that I have read in a very long time. It's such a good book to curl up with on a rainy day, because it's contemporary, it's cute, it gives you all the feels, and that's just the kind of thing you need, like a warm cup of tea and some rain and like a chair by the window and a book and a lamp. It's just great. Question number 8 is Addicting, a guilty pleasure song and a guilty pleasure light, fast trash read. Honestly, I have a lot of guilty pleasure songs, but as of lately, it's been Pocketful of Sunshine. There's just something about it that makes me want to like break out into song. I'm pretty sure I mostly blame Easy A for that one, but it is what it is. That's a guilty pleasure song that I find myself listening to a lot. And the book I chose is The Host by Stephenie Meyer. Honestly, any Stephenie Meyer book would have worked for this one, but I chose The Host because I like it more than Twilight, and I feel like this is only a guilty pleasure because society says it is, that anything to do with Stephenie Meyer has to be a guilty pleasure, and it's not considered real literature, even though this is one of my favorite books ever. It's really, really good, and I haven't read it in a long time, and I really want to reread it because it was just so good. This was a book that I marathoned in like 2 days, and I just could not get enough of this book. And finally, number 9 is Nostalgia, a throwback song that you look back on fondly, and same with the book, a book that brings a lot of nostalgia, throwback book that you look on fondly. That went on a little bit too long, but the song I chose is Celebrity Status by Marianas Trench. Honestly, any Marianas Trench song would have worked for this. I was a big fan of them in elementary school, like grade 7, 8, and I've recently rediscovered their music and just fallen in love all over again. I didn't listen to like Panic at the Disco and Fall Out Boy when I was that age. It was Marianas Trench, Headley, the occasional Faber Drive song, and the book I chose is Matilda by Roald Dahl. This book I look back on so fondly. I loved Roald Dahl books when I was a kid. I was recently unhauling books, and I also had, I think, the BFG, which I've never read. I don't know how, but I've never read it, and I had Matilda, and I just couldn't bring myself to get rid of Matilda because this is one of my favorite books from when I was a kid. I have so many memories of reading this book. Gosh, now that I think about it, I've definitely reread this book. I've probably read it 3 or 4 times. So that is all I have for the OMG This Song book tag. But yeah, that's all I have for you today. So as usual, if you like this video, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe to my channel. Follow me on all of my social media. Links are in the description below. And just be on the lookout for my next video. That is all from me and my shelfie. I did that backwards. It should be look out for next video, me and my shelfie.